Welcome to Secure the Bag Week 9. And it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Streezy. Welcome back, SLAC family. They already dropping in. What's up, Steph?
Oh, yeah, we got some slackers in the comments. What's good, Steph? Welcome to the show. And we got to give a big shout out to Steph. She won last week's Pick'em competition, so she won week 8. So that's the Super Bowl square coming in. She's been hovering right around the top for several weeks. So
every year, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. So great job, Steph, and thanks for joining us live. We appreciate you and hope you are doing well. And actually, I guess this Steph reminds me too, when some of our out of town viewers, that I think it's next week it's going to change again. I think next week our time, I think it's a fallback week.
Yeah.
So so the time may change for you. I know here in AZ we do not change, so we'll still be 6 p.m. local time, but that may not be 6 p.m. anymore for our Vegas and Texas people. So so make sure that you note the time change for us. All right. Without further ado, you know what we're here to do. We're here to pick all of the NFL games for this week. And last week, Strizzy did better than me with 10. So I'm going to let you lead us into this. I picked some upsets last week, but I always pick the wrong upsets and just throws me way off. But we're going to see if we can find out what's going on this week. Starting with tonight's game, Thursday Night Football, we've got the Baltimore Ravens at the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore all day with this one. Lamar probably could have played in the Sunday game, but I think they wanted to save him for a much weaker defense than say the Bears. I think he's ready to go. I think he was ready to go on Sunday, but they just decided to be a little precautious with him, give him a couple extra days, so he didn't have to play in 2 back-to-back games so close together. And honestly, I feel like he's going to come out firing, man. Like, he's been hearing all the noise about the offense and the defense, even though he has nothing to do with the defense. And I don't know, for some reason, I feel like they're going to come out firing. He's going to have one of those 4 touchdown games. Like, either it's 4 passing or 3 in a rush or whatever. I think he's going to have a big game tonight.
I agree. I definitely got the Ravens in this one. And, they're down there at the bottom, but who knows? They could make some kind of historical run. And I think that might start with today. And the Dolphins, they played good last week against the Falcons, but the Falcons and, the Dolphins themselves have been so inconsistent, so it's hard to buy into that. So definitely going with the Ravens in that one.
It definitely helped, too, that the Ravens won last week and the Steelers lost. So with Lamar coming back, they're still very much in that race for the AFC North Division.
Absolutely. All right, next up, Sunday morning, we got the 49ers at the Giants.
I'll take the 49ers in this one. I feel like, with Scatterboot going down and losing Neighbors, obviously, for the remainder of the season, that's going to be really difficult for a rookie quarterback to overcome. You know what I'm saying? So he's missing his 2 best pieces on both sides of the ball. And when I say both sides, I mean as a receiver and a running back. So not to mention, Scatterboot was a great pass catching running back. So that's going to hurt him a little bit. He still had a hell of a game, I think, against the Eagles last week, even though it was the Eagles. But I am going San Francisco. I think they a little more experience in this game.
Exactly. Yeah, I think both teams are a little bit beat up, but San Francisco just has that stability, that core, and that coaching staff to get them through whatever they need to. So definitely go with the 49ers. Even though it's a long road trip and an early game, I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the Chargers at the Titans.
I'm going Chargers, of course. I feel like it's funny. The Titans are probably going to win another game. You know what I mean? They've won one. They're probably going to get another one.
Yeah.
It might even be towards the end when, teams are resting players, but I don't think they beat the Chargers. I think the Chargers still have just a little too much for them. But I feel for Cam Ward, man. He needs some help. He got nothing on the opposite side of the ball.
Yeah, and that's what's sad. Is I hope they just don't judge him too harshly, because sometimes you only get one shot at this level, and if you have nothing around you, it might not be your fault, but your career might end up taking the blame. So I hope he does well. Exactly. It might take you 5-6 years to get out of the situations and get into one that you need to be in. So hopefully that doesn't happen to him. But yeah, the Chargers would have to slip it up and fall and play down to the level of competition to lose this one. I don't see that happening. So I got the Chargers as well. Next up, conference game, the Vikings at the Lions.
Yeah, Lions coming off a bye week. I don't even know who's quarterbacking for the Vikings. Is Homeboy back? because
because I think JJ McCarthy is back. I think Wentz had to have surgery.
Yeah.
So
We'll see how that goes because McCarthy, even though he's coming back, I know they were saying he was like could have started last week, but as bad as Wentz was banged up, he didn't. So I still don't know that he's 100% yet. And man, that pass rush for the Lions is nasty. Aiden Hutchinson he honestly doesn't break his leg at the beginning of the year. Probably was defensive player of the year last year, and honestly, probably should win it this year too. It's between him and Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett's team sucks. We might not get it just because of that.
Right.
But yeah, he's been an absolute monster. But I'm going Lions. My bad. I took a lot of time on that one, the Lions for sure.
No, all good, all good. I'm going with the Lions as well. And I agree. Hutchinson, he did get his contract extension. He got the bag, and he's got the most guaranteed money as a non-quarterback now. And we talked about, right, these contracts continue to stack up on top of each other, but he is now in the driver's seat for that. Yeah. I definitely got the Lions in that one, and want to welcome Unc to the show.
What's up,
Unc? Good, Unc. And yeah, he's got the contract details for us. 4 years, 190.
Much deserved, man. You look at he was drafted 2, and I know I think your boy out of Georgia was drafted 1 and like he's played in less games, and his stats are just so ahead of his. It's crazy. Like he's been an absolute monster.
Yeah, most definitely. He's a beast. All right, next up, we've got the Falcons at the Patriots.
Yeah, you literally just talked about how inconsistent the Falcons have been. It's they get skunked literally by the Panthers, and then following week beat the Bills, and then come back the following week and lose. I think bad to the Niners.
Dolphins.
That's what Dolphins. Yeah. So I don't know this. I feel like the Patriots have looked really good on defense. They've got the offense kind of rolling a little bit. They're a little banged up, but I think the rookie running back has a really good day this week. But we'll see. The Falcons defense is really good. But I'm going Pats.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots as well on this one. But I am kind of a little bit nervous because I'm like, you just don't know which Falcons team is going to show up. But the Patriots definitely more stable and playing better right now, so I got to go with them at home. Next up, we've got the Colts at the Steelers.
I'm going Colts, man. I feel like the Colts, honestly, that offensive line is just too good. The holes are enormous. Like you don't see holes this big in the NFL, man, and they're just, oh my God, the gaps are insane. So I feel like the Steelers, obviously, teams have been able to run on them this year. So obviously, I cannot see them stopping Jonathan Taylor as well as offensive line, and that just keeps things open for Danny Dimes to not make the bad choices and things of that nature. So definitely going Colts. I think they're legit, but I do think they're young. So I don't know how far they get through at the playoffs, but I do think they are actually. I think they're a contender. I do. They're good.
I agree. I think they are for real this year, and everything's kind of coming together. They got the right people in the right places. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with the Colts this game, and the Steelers. Man, I don't know. Their defense is actually like bottom 10 in the league, which is surprising for the Steelers. That's usually what keeps them in games and keeps their record at that 500. Mm-hmm. But it's just something missing, man. It's something different this year.
Their corners have big names, but they are no longer who they used to be. And I think that's a big problem too. So, honestly, the secondary ain't been good either. You know what I mean? So teams have been able to pass on them and rush on them. And I just – you look at the cornerbacks that they have, and 5-6 years ago, you're like, dang, that's lockdown, but not so much no more.
yeah, it's weird to see them not be solid on defense. But another game with two great defenses, the Broncos at the Texans.
Yeah, this one's tricky for me, man. Like, I know the Broncos have looked they've looked pretty decent, man. Like, and Houston, I think, had their best offensive game, I think, last week. I just feel like they're still kind of beat up a little bit. You know what I mean? And the Broncos are out Pat Surtain too. So
yeah,
that's a big blow. That's a big blow. Collins might go crazy because of the home game. The home game advantage. I think I'm going to go Texans in this one, but I might switch it up. I've been going back and forth just like all week.
Yeah, same. This is one of those games. This is like one of the games this week that I'm having the most trouble with. Right now, I'm leaning towards Broncos, but that might be recency bias because I've seen how their offense was looking really good the last couple of weeks, especially against the Cowboys. But Houston is going to put up a much bigger fight. I think this game goes down to the wire and is a close game. Mm-hmm. I got the Broncos so far, but I might switch. So we might flip flop on this one. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got the Bears at the Bengals.
This was tricky too, man. I know Bears got a couple injuries too. And I know the Bengals lost lost what they definitely shouldn't have lost. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Last week, but I think I'm going Bears, man. Like I know Joe Flacco and them they had a great game in that second game that he played in. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like the offensive line still isn't very good. The defense still isn't very good. You can't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? So, it was cool to finally see, his receivers have a great game because, obviously it's been bad, but I think I'm going Bears. I think the Bengals are still a bad team.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I'm going to go with the Bears as well. They were feeling themselves a little bit, and they got humbled a little bit by the
Yep.
the Ravens last week.
Yep.
But still, Ben Johnson is putting together a really nice offense over there. The defense is solid, so
Yep.
I do see them winning this game. The Bengals still can't stop anybody,
Yep.
and Joe Flacco, yeah, he had his great game, but I think he's going to come back down to earth a little bit as well. So.
Exactly. 100%.
All right, this is an interesting one. We got the Panthers at Green Bay.
Yeah, we just got absolutely destroyed by we have a really, really tough like 6 games starting with the Bills over the next couple of weeks. We could easily go 5-1. You know what I mean? And that's in one of those games. The game we win will be against the Saints. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the Green Bay Packers are as good as advertised. If I'm being completely honest, they just I feel like they should be much better. You know, what I mean? I feel like they should just be way better on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. And they're good. I think they have one of the best records, if not the best record in the NFC. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just underperforming for me. But I still can't pick the Panthers in this game, and they're in Wisconsin, so I'm going Green Bay. But I hope my boys can get a upset of the week type deal.
Yeah, that's the same. I'm picking Green Bay in this one because I'm not quite ready for the upset here, but
Yeah,
I agree that they're not as scary as their record would indicate. If this
yeah,
was in Carolina, I might feel a little bit differently because that's a tough place
true.
to play.
Yep,
But at Lambeau Field, I got to go with the home team. I got to go with the Packers. So
facts.
next up, we got the Saints at the Rams.
Oh, Rams for sure. This is an easy one. I don't believe in the Saints. Oh, shit, sorry. Chair almost took back on me. But I don't know. I don't believe in the Saints at all. Rams for sure, regardless of who's playing on that Rams team, coaching staff wise, everything. Better quarterback play, better running back play. Rams.
Yeah, I agree. Rams on all fronts. This should be an easy game as long as they show up and they don't look ahead too much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Saints they're just struggling to find anything going on offense, and their defense is solid, but they can only hold them in there for so long.
Yeah.
So definitely going with the Rams in there. But I think your chair, man, the Saints fan might have hit the voodoo doll though, like something.
I know.
They try to trip
My
you out.
my little lever pushed out or something, so I was like, almost died there.
Yeah. Unc reminds us though Tyler Show is going to start finally. You drafted him, so you might as well see what he's got.
Yep.
All right, this should be a fun one. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, man, I feel like the Jaguars have been really, really bad. They beat the Chiefs. That was probably their Super Bowl this year. You know what I mean? It definitely is not going to happen the second time around. I'd say, not the second time. Sorry, they're not in the same division. My bad. But if they had to play them again now, they get absolutely trounced. I don't know. I don't believe in the Raiders either. But I don't know. And it's tricky. I guess just based on what both teams would look, I'm going Jags. But I would not be surprised if somehow Raiders get a dub at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I think the Jags were looking like a little bit of fool's gold. They were looking a little bit better than maybe what they were, but the Raiders are really, really bad right now. So I think I'm going to go with the Jags on the road. They're just a little bit more solid overall, especially on defense. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Jags one, but this one is kind of like an interesting matchup because I do think this is one of those spots where anything can happen. All right, next up, this one might be one of the game of the week. The Chiefs at the Bills.
This one's tricky, man. Kansas City Chiefs offenses look so good, and I'll be honest, man. Even though the Bills offense looks phenomenal against us last week, and we got to keep in mind, I think the Panthers have a top 10 defense this year. So as bad as we just got whooped up on, we have a good defense. We have a good offensive line. We're able to run the ball, and they still just killed us. Buffalo Bills have a habit of beating Kansas City in the regular season and then getting beat by a last-second field goal in the playoffs. So I'm gonna keep that alive, man. And in Buffalo, I'm going with the Bills. I think they get Kansas City again, like they always do somehow. But when they see each other again in the playoffs, obviously I'm going KC. So I'm going Bills for this one.
Yeah, this one's a toss-up for me, and I think both of these teams, we know what they are. We know where they're going to be at the end of the year. So it's not to say it doesn't matter, but it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I am going to go with the Chiefs on the. I think I don't know why I'm just leaning towards them. I think they're just a little bit more consistent this year, and they look like they're a little bit out for blood.
Yeah, I had them at first too. That might be another one that goes back and forth too. So I feel you.
Yeah, this will be a good one though. Unc says Chiefs by 1 in this one. Yeah, I can see
Believe
this
it.
either way.
Yep.
All right, next up we've got Sunday Night Football. We got the Seahawks at the Commanders.
Yeah, man. Until Jaden Daniels gets back healthy, it's just hard to pick him. You know what I mean? Like he makes everybody on that team better. And I think even though he's in his sophomore year, I think he's going to be one of the quarterbacks of the future of this league and future of this team. And Marcus Mariota hasn't been bad. He's just, he's not a starter in this league. So until then, I'm going Seahawks. Sam Darnold again for this year has looked really, really good. And I'm happy for him, man. I feel like of all the quarterbacks who have kind of changed shape, him, Daniel Jones, I'm really happy for Sam Darnold, man. He's he deserves to be a starter in this league, and he's proved it everywhere he's gone. Not named the Jets.
Exactly. No, I agree. I Seahawks are looking like a complete team. They're looking like a team that's going to be tough to beat. Even though they're going on the road, I feel like they're just in a better place than the Commanders right now. And I echo your sentiments about Sam Darnold. Like, to be, even after such a great season he had last year, just to be kind of cast aside and then being like the Vikings be nah, it's okay. We know we got it's kind of tough.
Big time.
So I'm happy for what he's doing in Seattle. Yeah, Geno Smith is no longer missed. That's for sure. They're not looking for him. All right. And then we end the week with Monday Night Nightcap. We've got the Arizona Cardinals at the Dallas Cowboys. Who you got for this one?
It's tricky, man. I really thought y'all be able to upset the Broncos last week. Obviously, the Cardinals are not the Broncos, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But offensively, they should be able to hold together. Being in Texas, I'm definitely going with Dallas, but for some reason, I don't even know who's starting as far as quarter. I don't know. Do you know if Kyler's back?
I think Murray's back.
Okay, so Kyler plays better away. I don't know why. I talk about this every year. I have no idea why he plays so well away than he does at home. You talk about a video a while ago with what's their safety's name? Baker?
Buda Baker, yeah.
Buda Baker. He talked about, like in tears, just like, I'm tired of losing at home. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to protect the nest. And for whatever reason, they just play better away, man. So I think they might give y'all a run for your money. They got y'all last year, so hopefully y'all get your revenge. But I'm going Dallas. Like they have to win this game.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys as well at home, and I'm hoping that their defense can get a stop or two. I think the offense will bounce back after a rough showing against a good defense last week. Yeah. But the Cardinals, they got the tricky parts because they got a quarterback that can run around and extend the play. They have a really good tight end. So I think that they're going to score points. I think it'll be a fun shootout to end the week. But I'm going with the Cowboys in the primetime spot, and especially because if you look at the Cowboys this year, they've been up and down on their performances. Really bad one week, come back next week.
True.
They did really good against the Commanders, and then they fell flat on their face against the Broncos. Did really good against the Packers, and then. Not exactly flat on their face, but the Panthers.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like they've just been on this up and down road, and this week will be up, and hopefully they play good at home and get that W. But good stuff there. So I did want to shift to that was our money line picks for all of the games this week. I think there's a few bye weeks out there still, but pretty soon we'll be getting back to full slates of games. I think the last bye weeks are like week 10 or 11. And then also next Tuesday is the trade deadline. So next week on the big show, we'll talk about any trades that are kind of impacting who's going to be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline. And I'm excited to see if, some of these teams go out and get that missing piece to make a playoff run or to make a deep run. So that's all on the horizon. But I wanted to ask you what you got for today's game, the Ravens. Do you got any Any props or anything you want to share with us on that?
Yeah, for sure. And actually, I already put them up on our story on Instagram. So it's already up there for y'all if you guys want to go and check that out. But to get it from me today, I got a first quarter play, and then a little bit of first quarter play. So I got Lamar Jackson for 40 passing yards, and I think he gets it quick. For some reason, I also have the first touchdown score to go to Zay Flowers. So I just think for some reason it's gonna be a bomb to him. I don't know why.
They're gonna go deep early.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a bomb to Zay. He's gonna score like super quick. And they're just gonna come out the gates quick. But Lamar for 40, A-Chain for 10 yards rushing in the first quarter, Derrick Henry for 15 in the first quarter, and then Zay and Mark Andrews both for 5 yards receiving in the first quarter. So first quarter play, and then I've got another like 10 leg play, but they're all lines lower than what their designated line is. So I got Tua for 175 passing yards, Lamar for 2 passing touchdowns, Derrick Henry and A-Chain to score a touchdown. Both Ravens tight ends, so Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely for 2 receptions, Malik Washington for 3 receptions, A-Chain for at least 40 rushing yards, Lamar for 20 rushing yards. I don't want to do anything too crazy because he is just coming back from a hamstring injury. So yeah. I think if he sees some green, he'll take off. But I don't think they're going to have a lot of designated plays for him because they want to get him. They want to keep him healthy, obviously. Yeah. And then Waddle for 4 receptions. He was, they've been talking about how he hasn't been a part of the offense lately. So I think they want to get him back to the offense. So I think he has more than 4 receptions, but I'm keeping it safe at 4.
Nice. Okay, cool. I like it. So you heard it here straight from the man. But if you go to our Instagram, go to our story, you'll be able to see those plays and tail them if you'd like. And again, this is not betting advice. This is just, where we're thinking. So don't holler at your boy if it doesn't come through. But I like that. Cool. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it right there. That will secure the bag for week 9 already. We're halfway through the season. But, yes, come back and see us next Tuesday. We'll have the recap of the World Series. We'll have the recap of 2 weeks into the NBA, and we'll have the results for all of the NFL games as well as that NFL trade deadline update. So come see us on Tuesday, and then we'll see you next week. But for now, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Striz.
Peace.